I'm in Pakistan.
Hi everyone, how are you today?
I'm okay.
It's great to see you. Renee, let me mark your uh, attendance here. Who else is here? Alex, Jason,
Hi.
hi. Angelo,
Hello.
hello. Kimi, is Tasku here? Megan is here.
Here.
You? Tasku, am I seeing Tasku? Not here yet. Jenna, do you go by Jenna or Yasmin? Not here yet. Cornelia, you're here. Welcome. Aline, is Aline here? Oh, I see Pasco now. Aline? No? Okay, so how are you today, everyone? You can unmute yourself.
I'm good.
We're okay.
Okay, so I
Good.
would like to know if you were able to download already. Let's have a review of what we're going to be doing. Number one, you're going to go to the website, download the Pillow Box template, the reverse stock template, and the third one is whatever you decide, whatever you choose. So download those three. That's all you need to do for this week. You will upload them to the discussion board, of course. And we'll make comments on the kind of box that you've decided to put together as your third one. The other assignment that we discussed on Tuesday was that you're going to do some shopping. You will purchase 3 bars of chocolates, the same brand, ideally upscale chocolate bar that comes in 3 flavors. Okay. And based on that brand, I want you to do a visual research, while in the stores, the grocery store or the supermarket. Take pictures of how is it displayed, what other brands are next to it. You may need to do several shots from a distance, up close, so you can have an idea of, does it grab attention, or overall does something else stand out, and why, and how is it presented in the store. From that brand also, you will be doing your research. You have a template that you can use that's in our module. That's the design brief. A design brief is pretty much the organization of information that answers to the questions who, what, where, when, and how. Who is this company? Who manufactures the chocolates? When was it founded? From the price point, who do you think can afford it? Who eats it? Are they young people, middle-aged, or maybe predominantly girls only, or older people? Who are the competitors? Who are they competing with? What else? Price-wise, how do they compare with the competitors? And when you opened the chocolate, I think I mentioned to you it's ideal that you taste it. So maybe you should get a second set so you get to taste it. Get a sheet of paper while opening it. What's your first impression? Is it easy to open? Are you impressed by the packaging? Is it light? Is it heavy? Is there a smell? What's the aroma like? And when you looked at it, the visual, is it silky, velvety, textured? And then your first bite, what was your first impression when you first bit a chunk from the chocolate bar? Do you like it? Is it too sweet or bitter? What crosses your mind when you had a bite of it? Maybe in your mind, ooh, I'm reminded of hazelnuts, or I like the bitterness because it's a dark chocolate, or maybe it's white chocolate with a strawberry flavor, and you can already picture the chunks of strawberry fruit that was cut up and added to that bar of chocolate. Any questions so far? So design brief, yes. And what else? Templates, the die lines, 3 die lines, 3 chocolate bars that you will purchase. So that's an easy assignment. And research, you're just downloading that from the internet. You shouldn't make it up. You need all the facts, all the pertinent information related to the chocolate bars. And what's the other assignment? You will create 15 hand-drawn sketches, correct? Hand-drawn sketches of ideas. But before you can do your sketches, of course, when you were tasting the chocolates, writing down all the adjectives you can think of to describe the smell, the taste, the flavor, the texture, the color, your impressions about a chocolate. Write down all those adjectives, all those words on a piece of paper, and then create a mind map. What is a mind map? Out of those words, extend a branch from each word. So let's say one word says, there's texture in this chocolate. Extend that branch. What do you mean by texture? It's very nutty. So you write down that word nutty. And then extend again from the word nutty. Hazelnuts, or maybe peanuts, or maybe almonds, whatever the texture is, or maybe chunks of fruits. So now another word, fruit, fruity, very fruity. Extend that, create another branch, another line. What is the fruit that you can think of? Or maybe herbs, maybe it's herbal, minty, extend that. Maybe you will say, chunky. They come in big chunks. Or maybe they're very, very smooth. So now after you look at your mind map, you go online, go to Pinterest, and then look at the word nuts. Google search in Pinterest, or I'm sorry, search in Pinterest. Are you all familiar with Pinterest.com?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent. It's free to join Pinterest. So download all the images you can think of that's related to the adjectives that you have. And now that you have visuals, those visuals will serve as inspirations. And then from those inspirations, that will help you create your thumbnail sketches. So for example, when you say velvety, the texture is velvety. When you first bit that dark chocolate, it's very velvety. You took pictures from, you downloaded pictures from Pinterest. The word velvet could be the velvet fabric, or maybe in your mind, well, it's very smooth. You took a picture of snow, a snowed ground, very white and powdery. You took that picture. So now you can actually create a sketch of that landscape that resembles velvety to you, or maybe the nuts. Create a picture of the nuts. Let me see here. You don't know how to do Pinterest yet. Okay, I will help you, Renee. Who else is not familiar with Pinterest? Anyone else? No? Okay, I'm going to, before I share my screen, Cornelia, what templates did you pick from the website? Have you picked the three templates yet?
I found just one
Uh-huh.
from Behance that you sent link before,
Mm-hmm.
and I found a good example of my own box,
Oh,
and make it in twice bigger just.
perfect. So that's gonna be your reverse stock.
Yes, just one.
Yeah, that's the one. How about the pillow box? Have you picked it yet?
No, yet, no.
How about the third one? You said you found one box?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you share that with us?
No, sorry, no.
Okay. Alex, how about you?
Hello. Yes, I was taking a look at the Behance,
Mhm.
like whatever they had of
Yes.
boxes and the package, and there was a few that I liked, but I haven't downloaded them yet. But I've been looking at the Behance.
Okay. So know that that's good. And if you get tired of Behance, you can go to the other URL link, because I
Oh
provide.
yes, it's the ISSUU one.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So you will pick one that you really want to have for your portfolio that you will put together. No graphics, of course, but the other two are required. That's the pillow box and the reverse stock.
okay.
Okay. Tasku, how about you? Thank you, Alex.
Yep.
Tasku, have you
Yeah.
picked already?
No, I'm still finding, my boxes. Like the,
Okay, so
yeah.
keep looking, because that's all that we want for you to upload for the assignment this week. And
Okay.
of course, that's the project one. Then project two, have you bought your chocolates yet?
No, yeah, sorry.
Not yet. Okay, thank you. Jason, how about you? Jason,
Yeah.
have you picked the three boxes, die lines already?
I'm still trying to figure out how to download this thing. Download those boxes.
Okay, once you've located the reverse stock, all you have to do is download it. Click on it and print it. You have to print it or download it to your computer, and then from your computer, you can print it out. Now, when it prints out on 8.5 by 11, if it appears to be right in the middle, this small, you can always enlarge that. So it's easier for you to put it together. Have you picked the 3 chocolates yet?
The 3 chocolate? Not yet.
Okay. So because you cannot move on to the research without the chocolate, so you need to work on that. Okay. Okay, so keep working on that. Alex, how about you?
Yes, I was having a little bit of trouble with deciding on which, because I wanted to do C's Candy, that brand. But they have a lot more like actual like chocolate, they don't have too many actual chocolate bars. They have 3 flavors of them.
Yeah.
But I was thinking more of like, because I like their lollipops and they have a variety of flavors.
Okay, it has to be chocolate bars.
Yes, that's my dilemma right now. So I'm either looking at the Lindt, the LINDT brand, or the Ghirardelli, because they have a lot more
Yes.
variety of chocolate bars and different flavors. So that was one of the questions I was gonna ask. Obviously, I knew it had to be candy bars, but
It has
after
to
looking at
it has to be, if you read the requirements, it has to be an upscale brand. So I would say C's may not qualify there.
yeah, they do have. I did see that they do have chocolate bars, but they only had 3, like 3 different flavors. But I kind of they weren't anything that I liked, so I went ahead and went with Ghirardelli because they have a lot more actual
Okay.
flavors that I would have wanted to work with.
Yeah, that will work. Okay. Yeah, that will work. How about the die lines, Alex?
The die lines, yes, I'm still looking through which the third one that we're required to, which is just one of our choice.
Right.
That one I'm looking through Behance, and then you mentioned the ISSUU one,
Yes.
and I'm scrolling through all the different die lines that they have.
Okay. Okay. So make it an objective class to download your die lines today, or at least, I think today you should, between today and tomorrow, purchase your chocolates, because this weekend you need to start doing your mood boards and the research. You can't do that unless you have the chocolates, of course. That should be easy, and have a piece of chocolate for dessert tonight. How about you, Megan?
I still I still haven't gotten the third like
Die line.
the third die line thing because I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
And while I was trying to look for like a template that I could use, I also went to Michael's today to get like the Bristol paper thing so I could fold it. So I went there today. And let me just turn my camera real quickly. If it'll show. And I also found this thing on my
Perfect. Then you don't need to download this one from
yeah.
the website, because that's a reverse stock. So
Yeah,
now,
this is a reverse stock that I didn't notice until I looked at it today. And then so I guess this one's already part of it.
yes.
But yeah, and as for the chocolates, I didn't have time to go to the store today, even though I was out. But I do plan on getting like trying to find some like European chocolates
Yes,
that are
yes.
sold in America. All right, because I had to go on like Google and research like because I need to know like okay which ones like European, which ones like aren't European.
Okay, a
So,
good tip for you guys is if you go to Cost Plus,
Mhm.
World Market, I hope there's one close by, or Whole Foods, because they do have, it could be an American brand, but ideally European, that's marketed here in the States, because those are really upscale, like Lindt, Toblerone, Cho, yeah, Okay, so at least you now have the reverse stock.
Yeah, I have one. I
Okay,
have one of those
you
already. I just
download-
need the pillow one and a one of my choosing. So I have to so just to be clear, we have to like get the templates and we have to print it out and fold it ourselves. Is that right?
No, you don't do anything yet about comping it. Just download it and upload it to show that you already
Oh, okay.
have 3.
Okay, because I had the thought that like, oh, I have to download and make it by hand already.
No, we will do it next week, and I will show you a video today actually how it's going to be done. But
Okay.
it's not due for week 1. We're still in week 1, and what is due for Wednesday next week or just the templates? So
Okay, so just the templates and don't
templates,
fold anything yet.
and then
Okay.
pictures of your chocolates.
And then pictures of our chocolates and
Yes,
like
and then the
and the write-ups of what we thought our thought process was so far
design brief,
on tasting it and the look of it.
the design brief,
Mhm.
okay,
All right. Okay, thank you.
mood board and sketches. So that pretty much the assignment is, most of the assignment is all on the chocolates.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Angelo, how about you? What's your
So
progress?
I found my the choice for my third die line.
Mm-hmm.
I found it on the first link that you provided on
Yes.
isuu.com. I'm just having trouble trying to download it because I'm right clicking it and it's not letting me save it as like
Okay. One
a
trick
file.
also is if you zoom in, do a screenshot of it, and then print that screenshot. And then from the screenshot, you can enlarge it.
Okay. Yeah, I
That
might
will
just do
fit
that.
your 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 17.
hmm
Okay. Kimmy, oh, thank you, Angelo. Oh, Angelo, have you bought your chocolates yet?
I have not bought them yet, but I have a question. Does
Mm-hmm.
Dove chocolate count as of
I will.
higher up?
I will allow you, but do they come in flavors?
I'm pretty sure they do. I
You
need to
need
do some more
3
research on that.
flavors. Yeah, 3 flavors. Yeah, so double check that. And then have a plan B if Dove doesn't. Have a plan
Oh,
B.
yes, my
Go
second
to-
choice was gonna be Godiva.
Oh, perfect. Godiva is perfect. Yeah. Okay, good. And they of course don't get the super big one from Costco. You can get a smaller one.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Kimmy, how about you? What's your progress?
I actually printed out 2 templates. I
Oh,
haven't decided on the third one yet.
okay. Can you share with us? Oh, you printed 3 templates. The 2 is that are they the pillow and the reverse stock?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Excellent. You found them. Where did you find them?
I
Which
found them on the
first,
website you sent.
the first or the second? I think both of them will have it though.
Yeah.
Okay, how about chocolates? Have you bought your chocolates yet?
I haven't bought chocolates yet. Probably next week.
Uh-huh. Okay, so now I'm reading. Okay. No, not next week because you're supposed
Oh,
to upload on Wednesday next week. Based on the chocolates that you buy, you will have to create, you have to do the research. And then you have to create the mood boards. And then you have to do sketches. So you can't do it all, like in a couple of hours. Like, oh, I have my chocolates now. From the chocolates, you have to do your research. And that's what you will need to upload. That's part of the assignment that's due on Wednesday.
okay.
So
Thank
maybe tomorrow or Saturday. Okay. Okay, and I'm seeing the chat here. Okay, Angela, so the raspberry flavor, excellent. Wow, that sounds delicious. Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, did I lose my... I think I lost my window here. That's too bad. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna need to log into Canvas again. We're gonna have to go through what you need to be putting together. Okay, when you go to the home page under modules. So Renee, I know you just added this course, so if you could take a look at what I'm doing here. Under the die line here, okay. These are the two websites that you can click on and find the 3 templates. You are required to do 1 pillow box. This is a pillow box, this one on the right. 1 reverse stock. The reverse stock, just like some of your classmates, instead of downloading it, you probably already have one at home. I showed you examples last time. See, this is a reverse stock. Renee, you go like this.
Yes.
It's called reverse because the top goes towards you and the bottom goes away from you. The flaps on the top. So if you have one like this, so this is a square. I will show you what else I found. This is an elongated one or vertical one compared to the square. See, this is an Estee Lauder box. Very simple. Reverse stock, there's the front, the flap goes away, folds away, the bottom folds towards you, okay? So square or this, or like this example here, once you have that thing, you can use that actually for next module. You need to comp it. This is a pillow box. I can actually trace this and make it bigger so it's easier to comp. This is a pillow box like this one on the right picture. See, it goes like this. See? It will be taped together there. And then the third one should be any box of your choice. So maybe you'll choose one that looks like this or something more complex. Like this young woman here, this is an example from a former student, Elena's. She was a student last spring, 2020. She actually did 2 different kinds. And I showed you examples of some students' works from 2020. One young woman actually created like half a dozen of different boxes. Okay, going back to the module. So your first exercise, that's the die line. You will need to review the template resources, those 2 websites, and find the 3 die lines for your project. The 3 boxes should include reverse stock. This one, it has to be a reverse stock, a pillow pouch. So those are what you will need to have. And then the third one is a template of your choice. Okay. You just download that, you will upload it. You will comp these boxes in the next module. So not this week yet. Okay, not now. So that's an easy assignment. You have to get this, print it out, and make sure as large as you can fit inside an 8.5 by 11. Or if you have a large format printer, if you can print it on 11 by 17, the larger it is, the easier actually it is to comp. Does anyone remember what comping means? What comp is? I keep saying comping. Megan, do you remember what comping is? You will comp it next week. Alex, do you remember?
Yes, it's like when you're actually building and cutting to make the boxes.
Exactly, yes. It's creating a prototype of the finished box. That's what you call comping. See this word C-O-M-P, it comes from the word comprehensive. Comprehensive study, another word for that is mock-up. You must have heard of the word, when you create mock-ups. So it's the same thing. But get used to these terminologies because when you work for a design firm or an ad agency, and they give you a packaging project to put together to design, the art director or the creative director will ask you to comp it because realistically, when you present that to a client, you're not going to print out your beautiful design on a sheet of paper and say, here it is. They would want to be able to touch and feel, okay, how is this folding? And what's the texture of the paper that we need to use for this? Maybe there is a die cut. And again, what is a die cut? Die cut means a customized cut. Like see this box here, it has a window. It's cut here, that's customized, that's called a die cut. And the flaps, look at the flaps here. They're rounded corners, that's also a die cut. So anything that is not standard, it will require see how this is folded in the pretty. So in packaging, it becomes an emotional experience for consumers. Keep in mind, you and I are consumers. When you go shopping, maybe you'll find this and you say, wow, that's a pretty box. Sometimes people buy it just for the box or just for the shape of the bottle. You're buying a bottle of olive oil and say, wow, this is so different. I'm gonna buy it. Maybe it's also very good. Okay, so for the die lines, just download them because what is the purpose of this assignment? To help you understand packaging structure and form and the importance of the use of the die line. So die lines are pretty much the templates, okay? So these are the websites that you need to go to. Renee, are you seeing this? So under week 1 die line exercise, you just click on this and that's where you will find the templates. It says here you can scale this to fit an 8.5 by 11 so that next week when you comp it, you already have it. You will upload the JPEGs of those templates, the die lines for the class discussion. Okay, and when is this due? February 10th, that's Wednesday. So I will still see you on Tuesday next week. And you can, if you want to double check with me, okay, what do you think of this? Is this correct to upload? Maybe I will suggest to you, you know what, enlarge that because it's too tiny. This is 70 points. So that's a really easy assignment to earn 70 points. Are you submitting the 3 die lines? Reverse stock, pillow pouch, and your choice. And the template should show the die cut, the score, and the fold lines. Okay, the other assignment, so I'm gonna show you a video of how it's gonna be put together. Week 1 assignment, you will select an American brand of premium chocolate. Angelo, it was you was thinking about See's Candies, is that correct? If they have a premium category in See's Candies, and I will accept that as long as it has 3 flavors. Better yet, European brand being marketed in America. Now, after you purchase your chocolates, research and create a design brief. And you will create mood boards representing 2 to 3 concepts. Then from those 3 concepts, maybe let's say you created 3 concepts out of your mood boards, create 5 sketches per concept. That will give you 15. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 sketches for each concept. So you have 3 concepts. What is the concept? Ideas related to what's special about your chocolate. Maybe one is flavor. The flavor is raspberry. So you will create 3 sketches based on the raspberry. Maybe the other concept is very smooth. You know, very smooth when you have a bite of it. It's very smooth in the mouth. It melts. The concept of smooth. Find images that can be symbolic of smooth. You can use Pinterest, you can use Unsplash, any website that can you can download photos from. But please take note of the URL links of your sources, because we want to make sure we give credits to who was the photographer of this, what website shows all these images. So these hand sketches, by the way, it's very important. No computer, it's all hand drawn. Use your pencil, and then you will just take pictures of those and upload. So it has to be 3 flavors. And also, how are you going to display those 3 flavors? This is what we call display or shipping carton. You know how sometimes you go to Costco and they have it in one box. Oh, all the hand soaps in one box because they have different scents. Or maybe a box of toiletries. It's shampoo, conditioner, body wash. So for your chocolates, how are you going to display that in a shipping carton? So you will briefly do a rough sketch. I'm not asking you to do a very fine detail of that display carton sketch. And what is the purpose of this? Work with multiple components in a hierarchy of branding and naming. Consider the issues and trade-offs regarding ease of shipping versus visibility in display box shipping structure. What do I mean by that? You're the designer. Maybe in your mind, oh, I wanted to convert it into a, it's a box that will also include a handle, so that if somebody purchased this 3 chocolates, oh, it's in a mini bag. or maybe it's very seductive how it looks, because your concept is, it's for Valentine's Day. You're giving your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your spouse 3 flavors in all in one box. And then when they open it, how is it going to be opened? Can they open it from the front this way or from the top? Or maybe there's a window showing the 3 different flavors. What do you picture in your mind if you were doing the package design of the 3 flavors all put together? And that's what we mean by, doing a display shipping carton to accommodate the 3 flavors. And of course, another idea here is to design against the competition, because when you did your visual research, when you went to the supermarket, you took pictures of how it's displayed on the shelves. Obviously, there are other brands next to your chocolates. Find out how do the competitors sell theirs. You don't want to look like them. You want yours to stand out, okay? Yours should be with a wow factor, as we say. Okay, now that you have that, your research design brief. So these are links. All you have to do is click this. Company background, product samples. If you click this one, it will lead you to the design brief. And your mood board should be images or objects related to your design criteria. And of course, you need to take note of where you pick them up from, because you're downloading them from the internet. And the 10 to 15 sketches, no computer, and number your concepts so that when we look at them, we can say, hey, your number 3 and number 5, both are amazing. Those are very, very strong ideas. Final deliverables, you will upload them to the class discussion. You can use InDesign or Illustrator, to put them on the pages, or when you upload them, maybe you're going to export them as a PDF for grading purposes. But for the class discussion, I believe it's the JPEG that will show, or PNG for the class discussion. For grading, I want to see that in PDF, okay? When is the deadline? Wednesday. So don't purchase your chocolates on Tuesday night, because you need to upload everything the next day. I know we're seeing each other on Tuesday, but don't wait for the last minute, because if you want to have an amazing design for this, you need to plan your time wisely, manage your time wisely. Now, you can click on the design brief and it will lead you to that design brief. Or if you go back to the modules, so again, Renee, I want you to pay attention to this because you were not here last Tuesday. The design brief is here too. So if you click on this, you can use this as your template. See, to begin, after you purchase your chocolate, just answer this question: who is this client? What's the name of the company? What does the brand currently offer? Maybe they have 20 flavors, but you only pick the top 3 that you really like and enjoy. What is the product, or what are their products? Maybe besides chocolate bars, they also have powdered chocolates for baking purposes, or maybe for hot chocolates, or maybe they also have I don't know, other kinds like pops, lollipops, besides chocolate bars. What are printing limitations? Meaning maybe they only come in gold and black. It's very limited for that brand. But of course, you know, you need to identify that. Overall, you will change completely how it's designed and how it's packaged. When was it founded, etc. So target audience, it's talking about who buys them, the customers, the consumers. That's what we mean by target audience, market, okay? And competition, who competes with them. So if you're selling, if you pick Godiva, and when you took pictures of that in the store, what was next to it? Maybe that's their major competition. And then describe your packaging. And then in your mind, it has to be in a box because it's very crumbly. So when you design it, it cannot be in a cellophane or foil, or maybe it is. So double check. And so what's your design objective here? Maybe you're looking at it and you say, okay, they're not representing themselves really well. You want to elevate their reputation because they're very, very flavorful and the packaging is not really showing that. So I want to enhance that. Maybe that's your objective. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the modules. I know on Tuesday, I showed you 2 videos. Here, it says here, watch these videos. How to create the mind map. And I showed you visual examples also. What is visual audit? So I will let you watch this on your own, but I will do something ahead of time here. I opened module 2 in the video here. I will show you comping a reverse stock. This is because in module 2 next week, this is what we're gonna be doing. So before you can do this, it's important that you download first your die line. So let me open this. This is a reverse stock. Let's make a reverse stock box, which is very common in packaging. The module has a template that you can. Okay, this is a reverse stock. I actually enlarged it on 11 by 17, but if let's say your original box is small, you know, just like what I have here, this can actually fit, oops, you know, if you have one at home, see, it's this one here. It can fit 8.5 by 11, okay? So that when you print it, you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have a large format printer. Or you can do it in 2 sheets of paper and then tape it together, okay? And download, but I do encourage you to enlarge it to a more decent size. So I went ahead and did it to roughly about this size. It can fit easily. Okay, so this one on the left, that's on 8.5 by 11. I enlarged it, so this one is much larger. I printed it on 11 by 17, which is a tabloid size. So if you want a smaller box just to fit 8.5 by 11, see, it fits perfectly well, okay? I'm not limiting you to this size, but something to keep in mind, the smaller it is, the harder it is to put together. An 11 by 17. This template actually came from this real box. So this is what I'm going to use as my template. Now, if you happen to have one similar to this, you can go ahead and just use it as your pattern. get a couple strips of white artist's tape. Provide a little bit of bleed on all sides. Tape this down. Now in packaging, we have what we call the tracing method and the pinhole method when you create a pattern. This is the tracing method. As the name implies, all you do is trace with your pencil. You only need to trace on the outside of the box. Observe that I'm right-handed, but as my right hand travels with my pencil, the left hand also travels to guarantee that my template stays in place. Now let's make an observation. This corner will connect to this corner when I score, but this one doesn't have any corner and I need to connect it with this corner. So this is when a push pin method comes in handy. I poke a hole there. Okay, observe that I am holding on the video corner. So this is when, see this tool here, I'm holding an awl, AWL, but you don't have to purchase one unless you want to. You can actually use a push pin. It's to help you poke a hole. See, this is what I have. Can you see what I'm holding up? So just like that one. So you can use a push pin. And a push pin method comes in handy. I poke a hole there and it looks like this part too. And might as well over here. And we're good. So remove this. This is actually a very easy comp. Now the next step is to cut it out. So let me remove some of the excess paper so it's easier to handle. Set this aside. Okay, observe what I'm holding there. That's an X-Acto knife. It's a common brand. Another common brand is called Excel knife. This one you definitely have to have. It's like a box cutter, okay? That's will allow you to have precise cuts. We don't use scissors when we cut packaging, okay? Scissors will not create straight cuts for you. The less amount of pencil marks you have, the better it is for you. So your comp ends up to be very, very neat. Okay, observe that I place the triangle on top of the artwork, not on the other side. Because you know when you cut, you know how sometimes we have an accident, it slides over. So you are preventing damaging the actual paper here if you were cutting, if this triangle was on the other side. It's to protect your artwork. So it looks like this one is a very straight line. I recommend that you use a Bristol paper, but if you want something colorful, I suggest any color poster board. The weight of the poster board is very similar to a Bristol paper. And poster boards are available in most stores. Even supermarkets carry them at times. When cutting a curve like this, you should be able to rotate your blade, rotate the paper, rotate your body, whatever's convenient for you. And I recommend doing it standing up, so you're not limited to one angle only when you're, in case you're seated, it's not convenient actually. Okay, now it's time to score. One more. And I'll make this straight. Burnish. Okay, I have a burnishing tool there. You don't have to buy one. You can actually use the side or the edge of a rewards card, credit card, okay? That is to smoothen the edges. That's when you use a burnishing tool like that. Obviously, we need to erase some pencil marks here. Okay, what is the purpose of burnishing the edges? When you cut, by the way, the edge of the paper will start crimping, or it creates that rough edge. So this one smoothens it. Okay, to create the fold marks. Okay, fold marks are called scores. When you download the template, it will have running lines. That is the score mark or marks. Connect the corners. See, I have a dot mark here. I can keep my tool straight like this. Score. And if you don't have the burnisher to create your score, again, get a rewards card, and you can use the edge of that rewards card to score like that, to create the fold mark. You don't arbitrarily just fold the paper. It will not be precise. Lift this paper, score the back. Do it section by section, and you can use your blade also to lift that. Side. This corner, connect with the dot mark I have over there. Now all the vertical lines. Now you will observe that I'm just connecting corners. This corner to this corner. Draw that straight line with your burnishing tool. Lift, burnish the back. Do the same here. It's important to learn how to do this, because when you start taking packaging classes in the upper level, this is a common template that you will encounter in those classes, and also for real clients. Okay, now we'll bend this carefully, and then we can start taping it together. Okay, so now, by the way, when you trace your template, which is this one that I used, the inside of the box should be facing up. Okay, now we're ready to assemble. Place the edge of the seam underneath your T-square right there. Get your double-sided tape, get a strip slightly longer than the seam, burnish down, get your blade, trim off the bleed. If you can't pick it up, here's a trick that I use. I use the white artist's tape, and that lifts the tape from the cutting mat. Okay, this one should match, pinch the edge like that to align it easily. Okay, the bottom, by the way, is called self-locking bottom because you don't need to glue anything else. It's just the seam that needs the double-sided tape. Put down the square panel, followed by the sides, then the round one last. Help it inside. So it folds down. And if it's a little tight, maybe from my pencil mark, you can doctor that by trimming off a tiny bit more on that edge. Burnish it. And now you're ready to photograph this to submit for grading. Okay, so the bottom of this was a self-locking bottom. You can use the same flap as the top. If you, that's actually more of a reverse stock. If you have the same kind as the top. And when you glue together the seam, that's called seam, S-E-A-M, the seam actually should end up here on the back. This is the front, so you're not seeing any connections here on the front. You can use a glue stick if you wish, but you have to be very careful to make it very neat. The neatest way, of course, is to use a double-sided tape. Do you have any questions, class? So you're not doing this yet, but I thought I'd share it with you because it has a picture of the reverse top flap. This is the top flap. And then on the bottom, it could be the same as this, but it goes the opposite direction. It goes from the front towards the back, this one from the back towards the front. That's why it's called reverse. Okay, it
I
looks
have a
like
mini
it's,
question.
yes, question.
So you showed how you used a ruler in order to get the straight lines for your scoring. How did you
I use
score
actually,
things
Angelo, I actually use a triangle.
or triangle? Yes, or like any straight edge.
Yes, yes.
How about like when you're doing things like a pillow pouch box? How were you able to score those?
Okay, just like what I mentioned last week, I will show you how. You will need your push pin. Okay, can you see what I'm holding here?
Yes.
You will need a push pin to follow the score mark. You know, when you download the template, it will have running lines. So you follow those running lines with push pin, with your push pin. Poke, 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 holes along the dotted lines. Dotted lines are the marks that designers use to tell the print shop where it's supposed to be folded. Solid lines indicate where it should be cut. So after you have all those dots, holes. Then you bend it carefully, and it
Okay.
should follow that. The closer they are, the better it is.
All right. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, you're welcome. Of course, the more advanced package designers, they use what we call the French tool, the French curve. Are you familiar with the French curve? They're shaped in different shapes, so you just follow that along. You can actually use a cover of a jar, put it along here. As you fold it, move it around. Can you visualize what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, any other questions? Because it's now almost, oh, it's time to let you go, but I'm here to help anybody, and I will go over Renee, what she missed on Tuesday. Any other
Okay.
questions?
All right. Can I buy 3 Ghirardelli chocolates with 3 different flavors after class? Maybe I could try to find it when I go out with my mom and dad.
Okay, chocolate bars. You can go to Cost Plus. They have European brands there too. If and then bring your smartphone or iPhone, take pictures of how it's put on display. You're doing a visual audit, as we say, because you're taking notes of who are the competitors, what's on display next to it.
Well, I'm not sure about where to take pictures of those packaging yet because of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm not sure where to go.
Well, when you're
That's
going to
fine.
a store, when you buy, you're gonna pick it up from the shelf, right?
Well, I'm not sure if I could do that during COVID yet. I wasn't certain.
Yeah, when you go to a supermarket, supermarkets are open. You have to wear your mask and, of course, do your social distancing 6 feet from the next customer. I'm sure your parents can help you purchase your chocolates. But when you purchase your chocolates, take pictures of, the shelf where it's put on display, because you're taking notes of how is it put on display and what's next to it, what other brands, because you want to take note of who are the competitors, the competition. Okay. Okay, I will be meeting with Renee. The rest of you, I will dismiss you unless you want to ask me a question or two now. This will be a good time. Anyone? Thank you for coming today, and I hope it's more clear now what you need to be producing for the assignment for week 1. Of course, we still have Tuesday when we see each other on Tuesday next week. What you're uploading is going to be on or before 11:59 p.m. of Wednesday. However, it's important that you purchase your chocolates today or tomorrow so you can start working on the research, the sketches, and the mood boards. Okay? Okay, thanks everyone. And if you want to stick around with me and Renee, you're welcome to. Renee, okay, so tell me what you did not understand about the assignment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, honestly, I am not used to uh, reverse top packaging, nor trying to make a fictional packaging of chocolates with 3 flavors yet. I do not understand those yet.
Okay, so we'll do this step by step. I can understand, but don't feel overwhelmed today. Don't feel intimidated. I will show you examples of past students' works. I will share with you my screen. Go to the modules here. By the way, glossary and terms, that's like your dictionary. You know, when I talk about, when I use words that you don't understand, this is in alphabetical order. And feel free to ask me if there's a word or two that I use that you don't understand. A good example is when I said comping. Do you understand what comping is, Renee? In this class, we will be comping a lot. Comp comes from C-O-M-P. It comes from the word comprehensive study, or mock-ups. You're creating a model of how it's gonna look after it's put together. Okay. Resources.
Sorry.
This is what we went over last week. So you know what the school resources are, but for our course, we have the template resources. This is where you can download from the boxes, the 3 boxes that you need to upload for Wednesday. These are just suggested books, recommended books, but they're not required. Magazines, and we'll talk about wrap downs when it's time, but don't worry about that yet. Close glossary. Let me close the resources, but this is where you can pick the templates. So Renee, you understand the 3 templates that you need to pick?
I will download those package templates later,
Okay, there are 3.
but I have not
Yeah.
done.
One is a reverse stock. The other one is a pillow box. The third one is any box of your choice, any shape of your choice. But those 2 should be, the first 2 are required. Reverse stock, pillow box. The third one, it's up to you, whatever you like. Okay, recommended materials and tools. It's not necessary to purchase all of this. Just like when I showed you the video, I was saying, okay, an option, the only one that you need to purchase is this. It's an X-Acto knife or Excel knife. X-Acto is the brand. It's a precision knife. If you need more blades, they come with replacement blades. If you go to Michael's store, are you familiar with Michael's, Renee?
Well, I'm not aware of precision knives until you showed it to me.
Okay, but do you know Michael's store?
A little bit.
The art store where
I mean,
they,
actually, I know Michael's actually.
okay. Yeah, they will have this there. Okay. This is the double-sided tape that I used on the video, but you can also use glue stick if you wish. It's nice to have an artist's tape so that when you tape down your templates and you pick it up, you're not damaging the paper. Don't use scotch tape when you're putting down templates on your board. It will, you know how scotch tape is, you know, when you put it on a gift wrapping paper and then you try to peel the tape, it damages the paper, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's why we don't use scotch tape when we put down materials. Designers always use this white artist tape because it's compatible with majority of the different types of papers that designers use. Do not worry about a spray mount. You do not worry about a T-square. I highly recommend that you have at least a ruler so you can measure things with, or a triangle. Bristol paper, it's not necessary to buy a pad of this. Although Michael's has this, the larger the better. If I were you, stick to just using a poster board. You can go to a 99-cent store, poster board, you know, they come in different colors. Just use white. Michael's also has that. You just need one sheet. One sheet can accommodate 3 templates. Okay, do not worry about this. That's a recommended ruler. You know, if you have this kind of ruler, that's even better, because when you cut, if your ruler is plastic, you know, sometimes you glitch. It can have a glitch on the edge with the blade. And this one also protects the board. Or you can use a triangle. This is the awl, AWL, that's how it's spelled, that I used on the video to create holes. You don't need to buy this. An option is to use a push pin. I'm sure there's one in your house somewhere. You know what a push pin is? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. When cutting, obviously it helps when you have a cutting mat. You don't have to buy one. If you go to your kitchen, you have a cutting board. You know, I have a plastic cutting mat in my kitchen. You can use that. The purpose of this is to protect your furniture when you're cutting, so you don't damage your furniture, your desk. Okay. This burnisher, you don't have to purchase this. An option is to use, get a rewards card. You know, when you go to Walgreens or CVS or Safeway, they give you a rewards card.
Yes.
There must be 1 or 2 floating in your house. You can use the edge of that to score. Score means creating a fold mark. But professional designers, you know, I use this a lot, but for this class, you can use the rewards card, okay? Now I'm gonna go back to the modules. I also have a video of this materials. It's not here, sorry, not here. Okay, let me close resources. You have any questions about the tools? Right now, all you need is your die lines that you will download from the website that I provided. There are 2 websites actually, and find those 3 boxes. To download, obviously, you will need to print them out because you will use it next week. So I'm assuming you have a computer printer at home. And then you will need your computer to create your mood boards, your sketches. Obviously, you need, you know, blank sheets of paper with your pencil, do some rough sketches. I will show you examples, okay? So close this, past students' work examples. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 students who allowed me to share their examples. I will click on one. And don't feel intimidated. Renee, when they came to this class, they started like you, no experience at all. So this shopping bag, this was a final comp of Sedanur. She was from spring semester 2020 in Mission College. See, this is the third project from, she picked Williams Sonoma. coffee press packaging. And she did coffee beans that will be packaged in this bag. And she picked olive oil that will be packaged in this bottle. She created all this. Okay.
Ooh, are those comps does those comps include fictional brands?
No, they should be
Oh,
they should be real brands, because when you put it in your portfolio, it will make your portfolio amazing and very impressive if you have a before and after. So if you're thinking about buying Ghirardelli chocolates, the real Ghirardelli, you take a picture of that, and then your final Ghirardelli design, people will be more impressed at, wow, we love your package design better than the original. Okay, like this one, Tammy, she made a new bag for Trader Joe's. She made a new label for the wine bottle. This is going to be our project for towards finals. Okay, so I'm just showing you examples. And then stemless wine, see how they're all coordinated? There's consistency. That's what you call branding. Okay, let me check the next one. Robin, again, he created a series of toiletries for men, shaving cream, with how it's going to be boxed and how it's going to be transported in a shopping bag. He recreated this is the logo. You're not going to redesign their logo, but you will deconstruct their packaging and create something more amazing than how it was. That's the purpose of this class. I want to bring out the best in you. How are you going to design? Fred, he picked the Kirkland extra virgin and salt and pepper. Chris, so this was the chocolate that he picked, Cho, TCHO. So this was his final comp or comps of the 3 flavors. See, it says here triple berry. I can't read the other one, and the other one, I think he has a dark one. And then for the final assignment, he also picked Trader Joe's, but instead of Trader Joe's, he just did TJ. This is for the wine, and to go with the wine, of course, it's the cork pull, the wine opener, a stemless wine glass, and this is where the cork pull wine opener goes for this bag. Actually, he created a mini bag, but it's supposed to be a large bag for the bottle. So if they can do this, Renee, challenge yourself, you can do it. Like this young woman, she went to Whole Foods for the final assignment. She picked toiletries from Whole Foods, body soap, facial mask, and face. And then she recreated, she created a different bag for Whole Foods using the logo of her, well, actually, this is not the logo. She created this logo because it's all natural. The concept is natural. So when you think about natural, what crosses your mind? Nature. What's in nature? Leaves. So this one actually has holes. That's called die cut window. And that's the purpose of creating a mood board. When you have pictures, images, that will help you come up with your designs. Okay, this is the reverse stock that you will eventually create in the next module. This is how it's going to look like. And I showed you my examples from my house. So if you can find one, I'm sure, you know, maybe in your pantry. Reverse stock means, see this flap here? it folds towards you on top, and then the bottom, it folds away from you. That's why it's called reverse stock. So you don't need to download this template if you already have an existing box of a reverse stock. Another one is, see, this is elongated, taller. This one is shorter. And then I showed you a reverse stock example of a square box. That's a reverse stock also. The flap on top folds away from you and the bottom folds towards you. So if you have reverse stock, this is pretty common. If you have this, you don't need to download from the website. The only thing you need to download is the pillow box, and that's the one that looks like this one. See, I have this example. Okay, with Elena, and then the third one, she picked a more complex box. She challenged herself, and then she enjoyed doing this. She made another one like this. Okay, for her final project, she actually graduated last semester, Elena. She took my class last spring. For the spaghetti with Parmesan cheese and olive oil and the bag, she picked Williams Sonoma. So that's a, and then for her chocolate, she picked Lindt. You're familiar with Lindt brand?
Yes.
Okay, so this is, see now, if you, maybe in your mind, you're, see, she picked orange, citrus, intense mint, and dark chocolate. She completely redesigned the Lindt brand. So one of her concepts actually was smooth. So the swirl of ice cream in an ice cream cone, that's very smooth, right? So that's what came about, this swirly texture there. See, that's one reason why you need to have mood boards. After you purchase your chocolates, have another set or at least one to open and taste that. But before you destroy, before you open it, save the packaging. Don't destroy it completely. Let me see what else is here. So these are past students' work examples. Let me see this one here. It's a PDF. Oh, okay, we won't look at this. Now I will show you something else that will help you have a better idea of what we're going to put together towards the end. You will create a presentation process book based on everything that you've done this semester in this class. So this is from Alice Lee, spring semester 2020. You will design your own process book. See, you will bind it. That's her picture with a little bit of introduction about her. This will make an awesome portfolio for you. She created a table of contents based on the 3 major projects that we will put together: structural package design, the chocolate bar, and the store brand and application system. Close this. Here are the die lines. So she created this section divider in her. See, she loved it so much. She created more than 3. Here's the one that she downloaded from the internet. That's the reverse stock. Here is the pillow box. And so she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She created 5 boxes instead of 3. Actually, she made more. and more because she liked it so much. But she did this in between the assignments because she already submitted the 3 boxes. Now, in the background, it shows you the different patterns that she downloaded from the internet, from the websites. Okay, for her chocolate bar, she picked Ritter Sport. This was the market research, the assignment, using the design brief that's uploaded in our module. You can use that as your template. You know, what is the brand? When was it founded? Who was the founder? Product lines, the price range, target audience, the history of the company, whatever you can find. So you're just downloading it from the internet and organizing them. Okay, Renee? And then, so this is what you will be submitting on Wednesday. It doesn't have to be formatted this way. So these are pictures of Ritter Sport chocolate bars that she discovered from the store. Lots of flavors actually, but she only picked these 3 flavors here. And design brief, mind map, remember what I was saying? Okay, as you eat one, write down the adjectives that you can think of. What is it? Smooth, bitter, very sweet, mild, crunchy, nutty, very fruity, smells great. Whatever comes to mind, write it down and then keep expanding. That's what you call mind map, because from the mind map, based on your descriptions, you will pick 3 concepts. So in her mind, she picked modern, artistic, and the third one is texture. Actually, she created a 4th one, which is typography. So modern because in her mind, the packaging of Ritter Sport is very modern, very contemporary looking. And because of the colors, very playful, very cheerful. Her good description of that is artistic. So that's the concept. And her third concept is texture, because it's very creamy, very chunky, bitter. So once you have the concepts, Renee, from your mind map, download from Unsplash or Pinterest what pictures will represent your concept. So for texture, you know, like this picture here of sliced oranges, that's texture. Texture of the dates, texture of the hazelnuts, crackers, the coconut, those are the texture. Artistic, what comes to mind? Like this one, Andy Warhol's Marilyn Monroe, Mondrian, or modern geometrical architectural buildings with modern windows or modern facades. And then from there, you create your sketches. Remember I told you you need 15 sketches? So if you have 3 concepts, create 5 sketches per concept. So for her texture, you know, you can create more than 5, obviously, for texture alone, because I think this involves her flavors: hazelnut, cocoa, and strawberry. So in her mind, well, these are the textural representations of her strawberry flavored, her cocoa flavor, which is the dark chocolate, which this is the cocoa itself, and the hazelnut. So that's one set, and then the other sketches. Okay, so that's one. I'm just gonna show you a couple because we are way past already our time, and I think this already gave you enough examples. What do you think?
Well, thank you, Miss Prevent.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, one last example, like Sedanur. So this is her process book, and do not worry about creating a process book layout yet because you don't have the pages yet. We will do this maybe after towards the middle of the semester when you have enough pages. See, she created a table of contents based on the projects. We will have 3 major projects this semester, by the way. Project 1, the structural forms. Project 2, the chocolate bars. Project 3, the department store that you choose. So see, these are her 3 boxes. This is the reverse stock. This is the pillow box. And then this one, polygonal box. It's a polygon shape that she downloaded. She likes. So she created that. And then for project 2, design brief, mood board, inspiration. You don't have to worry about the black and white yet because next week, what I need from you are, next Wednesday, your design brief, mood board, and sketches. So here's her market research and design brief. You know, you research based on your brand, company background, etc. Mood board. So here are her 3 concepts. For her chocolate is unique. That's her concept number 1. It's sustainable. Wrong spelling here. It's very social. I forget what she meant by that. So inspirations, her mood boards. What was her first one? Unique. Okay, so she picked some unique ideas of packaging. I think she did. Okay, this is incorrect. You're supposed to do it by hand. It's not going to be a good grade if you use your computer. Let me see. Elena. This is her process book. It's too big, so maybe 75%. Her table of contents. So this is a pillow box. See, that's how it's gonna look like when you download it. Any dotted line or running line that you see, that tells you where it's supposed to be scored. If you recall, one of your classmates asked me, how are you going to score this? It's not a straight line. Well, you use a push pin to do dots, you know, poke holes. This one is a straight line, so you can use a ruler to score with. So this is a pillow box, that's a requirement. This is a reverse stock pillow box, and then the other 2 that she decided to create. She picked Lindt and Sprungly brand. So this was her brand. Her design brief, research, her mind map, you know, so now she has juicy, luxurious, and velvety. Those are her concepts. You know, what is unique about that chocolate? These are the 3 main concepts. So for velvety, see the pictures that you picked from the internet? What's velvety? For what is this concept? Juicy. From the fruits. Luxurious, you know, marble, gold, silver. That's related to the word luxurious. And from here, that's how she was able to create her 15 sketches. She's very good in illustration. So she made it this way. So see this one here, the swirly one, that is actually a representation of her velvety. This one is a representation of velvety or juicy. So these are her sketches. Okay, Renee, I believe you have enough examples there, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stop my share.
Thank you so much, Miss Broadbent.
You're welcome, and have confidence. You can do this. Everyone who took this class in spring 2020 started from scratch, just like you. If they can do it, you can probably do it better than what you've seen so far. Okay.
Okay, I will.
Have a great weekend, and I will see
Okay,
you.
goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye, Jason.
Wait, I have a question though.
Okay.
No, yeah. The only reason I'm staying here because I just have this one question.
Okay. Oh, I'm
It
so
is.
sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you explaining to her. So my other question is, how exactly do I download it? That's the problem I mentioned to you in the beginning class is that I have
Okay.
trouble trying to download these image.
If you can't download it, then take a screenshot. You know how to take a screenshot?
Screenshot.
Shift Command 4. Okay, let me show you how. Okay, let's go to the resources here of the template. And there are two websites. You can use either one where you can find the boxes.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I
so
did.
let's say you want to use this one here. You know what? All you have to do is take a screenshot. Let's see. And it will also, see right there. And then you go to File, Print. Or to take a screenshot, Shift Command 4. Do you have a Mac?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
I was able to figure out how to screenshot, but
So
yeah, continue on.
in my Mac, it's Shift Command and then 4 and then capture that. See, it's like taking a picture of it. And then I will show you where it is now. It's in my desktop right here. There you go. Now I can print this.
Oh, so that's what you meant by download.
Yeah, because you need this to upload. Save this as a JPEG. So export export as PDF or save. You can export it as a PDF or place it in InDesign, but you need to download this because you need this when you're comping it in module 2. But to upload it for the assignment, I need to see that you already have your patterns, your templates.
Okay.
Now,
Oh yeah.
if I print this out, I will show you. It will even give you, of course, I'm not connected to my printer. You can scale to fit. See, that's 8.5 by 11 letter size. It will give you a really big box, which is better because it's easier to comp, especially with complex flaps like this. Or if you want to, maybe it's too big, you can scale it to, oh, actually, it enlarge it maybe 50%. But if I do it 50%, it's too tiny. You don't want that. You want it to, you can say fill entire paper, but you want to make sure when you print it, you're not cutting off any of the flaps. So I
Okay.
will cancel this. Okay, is that clear now for you?
Yeah, like I say, the way my definition of download is like different from yours, so that's why I got confused.
Okay.
But yeah, that's amazing. Oh yeah, another one is I cannot find this. I cannot find the reverse talk, the reverse talk box. Is that what we call it?
That's the easiest. You don't even need to find it in the website. It's basically a box that you will find in your house. If you have one, see, this is a square that folds like this. Very simple fold. That's a square. Here's
Okay.
another one. It's elongated. It's the same thing. It folds, the flap folds the top, the bottom folds the other way. That's why it's called reverse.
Mm.
You can find, and here's another reverse top. See, I just, that's the easiest. Okay.
Okay.
And then all you need to do, take a picture of this or trace it on 8.5 by 11, and that's what you upload.
Okay. So it's okay for me to take a picture of the
But
picture of it. That's
no,
all.
don't take a picture this way. It has to be a template.
Yeah, I
And
know. I'm like once I cut it out, I just take a picture. I
you,
don't.
you will undo it like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And make it flat. So you may need to put a double-sided tape on the back so to keep it flat, and then dark background so we can see exactly the fold marks, and then take a picture of that. Because what's
Alright.
going to happen is when it's time to comp it, just like my video, if you have this box, you can do the tracing method. Just trace around this on a poster board. That's the easiest. Okay.
Alright. Okay. Okay. And okay. Thanks for clearing those two. I got very lost because of that. Okay. And the third one is like, is there like a what you recommend is a good substitute for the push pen?
For the what?
The push pen.
The push pin.
Yeah.
That's the only substitute. Needle will work. A needle, but that's hard
Oh.
because it's tiny, tiny. Push pin, thumbtacks. You know what that is?
Something. Yeah.
When you go to a bulletin board, they have this thing with a,
Yeah. 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 I
yeah,
know
that's
what
a
I'm.
push pin.
Oh.
Go to a 99-cent store for 99 cents. You will have a box of that.
Oh. 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 So that was called push pen. Oh. I thought. Oh. I have a different image of what a push pen is. I thought it was like some kind of tool, like a hammer or something. Oh, it's just a common
And
tool.
push pin, or thumbtacks. When you post something on the bulletin board, with so it will stay there.
Mm.
Not a magnet, but it's a pin. It will poke your finger, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 That made everything sense now.
Trying to see if I have a sample here. It doesn't look like I have one. Sorry, I don't have a push pin in my bag, but it's a small. It's just like this, but it's short. So when you put a piece of paper on the bulletin board, it will stay there in place. You pin it. That's why it's called push pin.
Ah.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay. So purchase, go shopping, buy your chocolates, take pictures of the store, and then start doing your market research.
Hey, thanks. Thanks
And
for cleaning up the
yeah,
confusion I have.
then if you and to help you with your mood board, open one chocolate, but before you open it, take pictures of it, and then taste it, and then on a piece of paper do your mind map. What does it taste like, the smell, the texture, etc. And then let's say, just like the student example, it's velvety or silky or fruity. Go to Pinterest. What is fruity about it? What's the flavor like? Hazelnut or strawberry. Then download pictures of strawberries. Okay.
Okay. Hey, thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. Have a great weekend.
You too.
See you then. Bye bye.